been looking forward to this game all week long. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Arkansas State Red Wolves, taking on a team from the American, the Rice Owls. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Owls offense will go on the attack first. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this one. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They've got him looking to run, but they're going to throw it. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. He wants to throw it. Makes the grab. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. The Owls are on the move. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 1st down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And the Owls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Balkinson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark.
3rd down coming up.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He caught it! They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
That is an unbelievable play by the offense. Not only do you convert 3rd down, not only do you convert 3rd and long, but you get an explosive play that now sets you up on the opponent's goal line, 1st and goal. Wow.
The huge explosive play put them right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rice.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the 1st score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Arkansas State, 0.
And he'll just take the knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Red Wolves offense will have its 1st possession of the game. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every
different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing, tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
The play action fake. Zips it out to his man. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33. The Red Wolves in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the side.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And that is what every single defense wants, man. They got to get those negative plays so you can put them in predictable situations. They gave up some yardage, but that's okay. Getting the sack, now forcing the 3rd and long, gear up the pass rushers, bring in some extra DBs, and try to go get them again.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Here he comes from inside his own 5.
Returner is brought down at the 18.
Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
He's tackled at the 22. Brings up 2nd down.
Looking to fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Complete to the right. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Got the first down and more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. This Rice offense has a nice-looking drive going.
Rice Owls, first down.
Holds and fires complete to the right. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44. Line getting set on 2nd down.
2nd down coming up.
Wants to go up top. It's complete to the left. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Owls will hustle to the line.
Rice Owls, first down.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
And the Owls now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off play action. He makes the grab. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the defense got him at the 27.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. It's good, and that was his solid proof. They're up by a touchdown here in the first.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Stevens. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. That's the end of the period, and Rice is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They'll give it to the back. Makes a man miss. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
They'll ride the hot hand. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. And the Red Wolves want to move quickly.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Now the play fake. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. The Red Wolves are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Grab behind the line. It's Stevens. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Punt is on its way. He makes a fair catch just outside the 11-yard. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Pulls and fires complete.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at it. If you do that, then you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick 6. So really good job by the quarterback there using his eye.
Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. They'll try the run. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off play action on first down. It's complete on the right side. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Oh, and he From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Owls didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. They go to the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Owls are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And for the 2nd time, they'll go for the field goal. The first one was good, and they'll try for 42. Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Set to advance on the football.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and get the stop at the 19. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Gets it out fast. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Back over the middle, it's Stevens. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Red Wolves come to the line in the hurry-up.
With you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. We're seeing here.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Brings up 2nd down.
From the gun, the running back looking for the run. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Red Wolves come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Red Wolves are moving quickly down the field. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And as quarterbacks, you've got to be aware of secondary pressure. You've got to know when these 3 safeties, they start creeping towards the line of scrimmage, that they might get involved. You've got to have an answer for it, and QB didn't have one that time.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Hunt is on its way. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. A little screen to the running back. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
Brings up 2nd down.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. He's in open space downfield. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The give on the option. Jukes his way for more. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Stevens. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he was knocked down immediately, short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. Right down the boulevard, it's good. This is now a 7-point game. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Houston. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside historic Rice Stadium.
Rice ready to kick off and get things started here in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. The Red Wolves are in the hurry-up.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Rushes on him. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive line. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. You put it all on display on that set.
Decide to put it away. Wants to bring it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. From the gun, the running back has it. Has the sticks, and he may get more. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Owls, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. To the ground, he's got it again. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Caught in the backfield, it's right. They make the stop, and this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
That's good for a Rice Owls first down.
He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down. So his field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. That thing would have hit a spring in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it out. It's Lanier. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And he finds enough running room, and he's brought down at the 20. The Red Wolves want to crank the tempo.
That wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Grabbed in the backfield, and Stevens. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
And the Red Wolves will try to pin them back with the punt. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Trying play action. Got it in the middle, it's right. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got him. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Rice hoping to cash one in from the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got it on the move. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Sends it back in motion. On the snap, it's Hicks. Touchdown, Rice. And they add 6 more in the middle of that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made the extra point without problem. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Wake Forest is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but look at that score. This is a close game. They're up by 10 over Purdue. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Red Wolves headed quickly to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
The pass on first down.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver. Just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy. And I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it in, it's Bush. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them coming.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
They'll leave it with him. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Red Wolves kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown.
The pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Red Wolves send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The inside handoff. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. The Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. Punt is in the air. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. Out of the gun to give to the back. Powers through the defender. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. Catch in the middle. It's Thomas. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Red Wolves want to pick up the tempo. complete. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Red Wolves have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Pressure coming. And the defense got him at the 27.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Defense. So the pass interference in the end zone will give them a free 15. Remember the difference in this rule and the pros. Ball is not placed at the 1-yard line in this situation. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. He'll keep it himself. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Quarterback on the keeper. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Fires to the end zone. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. And the Owls are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Brings up 2nd down.
He'll pull it on the read. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. He gets it away from his own end zone. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Red Wolves moving quickly to the line. They'll run play action. Blasted as he lets it go. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, and the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's a really good job by the defense. Understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do. stamp this game.
Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Owls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give as they work on that clock. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Throws and fired complete. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. And the returner is stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. That's caught. It's Thomas. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. Second down, they'll go to the air.
Arkansas State.
Caught over the middle. It's Stevens. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. Looking downfield on first down. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. So now it's second and long. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on second down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Red Wolves will send out the punt unit. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And they're just about out of chances. The defense can stop it one more time as the quarterback takes a knee. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last two games, it hasn't